Sit well. Allow your seat to find some support both behind and underneath. Allow your spine to rise up. Feel yourself growing a little taller. Allow your shoulders to soften down away from your ears. Perhaps close your eyes and allow the forehead to soften. The space between the eyebrows. Begin to notice your breath. This time of year is very hectic for many of us. So it's really nice to take this time to slow down, to breathe, to feel, to notice. And even while there's a lot of joy in this season for many of us, there's also a lot of stress. So let's take a few moments to practice some breath technique that will help to de-stress you. And you can take this home with you and practice it at home. If you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling stressed, take 5 minutes. And first begin by simply noticing your breath. You don't have to do anything to your rhythm, to your depth. Just notice the inflow and the outflow of your breath. So first technique is to simply notice. Second technique is to make the in-breath and the out-breath of equal duration, same length breath, samavriti breath. And the duration, the length of each inhale and each exhale is really up to you. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to invite you to come into your own experience now and count your in-breath and your out-breath and make them equal lengths. A suggestion is to count 4 counts in and 4 counts out, but you can make that shorter, you can make that longer. See if you can have a rhythm of about 1 count per second. So the rhythm is going to be approximately this. So that's your count. Count your breath in. Equal number of counts to breathe out. This does require paying attention. It requires some control because our natural breath is typically not even in and out, nor does it need to be. This is simply a technique to induce a relaxation response. If the number of counts you have chosen is really easy and does not challenge you at all, add 1 or 2 counts to your in-breath and your out-breath. Lengthen it. Wherever you are in your cycle, let that go. Let your breath return to a natural, unforced rhythm. Next technique, lengthening the exhale. So now add a beat or two onto the end of your exhale to make it longer than your inhale. So for example, if you're breathing in for 4 counts, perhaps you breathe out for 6. Again, you choose the counts. Make your out breath longer than your in breath. Try to make the breath smooth in, smooth out. The rhythmic nature comes from the counting, but the breath itself is smooth. Perhaps you could make the ratio of in-breath to out-breath 1 to 2. For example, 4 counts in, 8 counts out, or 5 counts in, 10 counts out. This requires control on the exhale. Slow it down. Give it a try. Again, you choose the counts. It could be 3, 6, 2, 4. A ratio of 1 to 2. The out breath being twice as long as the in breath. Continue this round of breath until you have finished with your exhale. Take as much time as you need. When you are finished, allow your breath to return to its natural cadence and open your eyes. Scoot forward a bit in your chair. Allow your feet to meet the ground if they weren't when you were sitting back. Sit tall. Arms by your sides. Take a breath in, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, release your arms down by your sides. Again, breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, release down. Simple movement, but linking movement and breath. One more. Up with the arms as you breathe in. Down with the arms as you breathe out. This time we'll take them forward and up. This is your inhale. This is your exhale. Nice and slow. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last time, lift up. This time, twist to your right. Let your hands come down somewhere outside your leg. Doesn't matter where they land. Just use them to support your body in this twist. Take a look towards your right shoulder. Sit tall. Keep your breath flowing. Slow breath, smooth breath. Just a couple more. Unwind back to center. Pause. Relax your arms to your lap. Perhaps drop your chin just a touch towards your throat. And then sweep your arms up. Breathe in. Breathe out, twist to your left and let your arms come down. Again, let them land where they are useful to you to help you create the twist. Looking towards your left shoulder. Tall spine, crown of the head growing towards the ceiling. Let your belly expand with your breath in. Pull your belly in and get twisty and little through the middle as you breathe out. Slow breaths. Keep getting taller, lengthening up. Keep the breath flowing. One more breath in and out. Unwind back to center. Again, release your hands to your lap. Neutralize your spine. Let it come back to a nice, tall, neutral position. Breathe in, lift your arms up overhead. Breathe out, hands to knees, forward bend. Look up, lift up about halfway, and forward bend. Press all the way up, arms high. Exhale, hands to heart. Arms up, breathe in. Hands to knees, forward bend, breathe out. Half lift, look forward, breathe in. Exhale, forward bend. All the way up, arms reach up high overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, forward bend. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, forward bend. Breathe in, arms high. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll take 2 more rounds. Think of this as a moving meditation. Move as you breathe. Link breath and movement together. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward bend. All the way up, arms high. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Last round. Moving meditation, breath and movement. Half lift. The breath and the movement inform each other. All the way up, arms high. Exhale, hands to heart, and pause right here. Nestle your thumbs right in towards your breastbone. Drop your chin down towards your fingertips and pause. Breathe. Release your hands to your lap. Separate your feet a bit. Slide your hands down to your knees and perhaps down your shins to your ankles. You decide. You don't have to come this deep if it doesn't work for you. Press your hands onto your knees. Rise back up. Bring your left hand to your right knee and start to slide down your leg. Again, any amount. It could be just a little. It might be all the way down to your ankle. Roll your right shoulder up towards the ceiling. Roll your shoulder back down, rise back up, sit tall. Right hand to left leg. Slide down again a little or a lot. Roll the left shoulder up towards the ceiling. Roll your shoulder back down. Rise back up. Open your arms out wide. Turn to your right. Slide your left hand to the outside of your right knee. Lean forward. Lift your left arm up towards the ceiling. Rise back up and come to center. Pause, take a breath. Let it go. Arms open wide. Take a twist to your left. Lean forward, reach your right hand to the outside of your left knee. The left arm reaches up to the ceiling. Stay and breathe. And rise back up. Come right back to center. One at a time, roll your shoulders back, the right and then the left. Swim them back. And forward. Good. Now bring your arms straight out in front of you. Cross the right arm over the left, and then reach your hands either for your shoulders, or you can wrap the forearms together. So either way is fine. Hands to shoulders. Maybe it's the backs of the hands that come together, or maybe it's even the palms that wrap together. So it doesn't matter. It's all the same position for the shoulders. Take a breath in, lift your elbows up. Breathe out, elbows to belly, round. Again, reach up, elbows lift. Elbows draw inward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, curl. One more time, lift it up and curl it in. Unwrap your arms. Sit tall. Pause. Drop your chin a little bit. Lengthen the back of the neck. Lengthen the sides of the neck. Extend your arms out in front of you. Cross the left arm over the right. You have the same choices. Hands to shoulders, or backs of the hands together, or palms of the hands together. Breathe in, lift the elbows up. Breathe out, curl towards your middle. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out and curl. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl. One more time, lift it up and curl it in. Unwrap the arms and rise up. Start to roll your head around, make some circles. Reverse directions. Come right back to center. Nod your head up and down. Stretch out the throat. Stretch out the back of the neck. Up and down a few times. Come back to center. Turn your head side to side. Go slowly. Explore your range of motion. And come back to center. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Let your left arm drop down by the side of the chair. You can stay just like this, or you can add your hand to gently draw your head over and increase the stretch. Make sure that you're still breathing smoothly and that you're still sitting tall. Rise back up to center. Release your head if you've got it. Pause. Let everything neutralize. Then drop left ear to left shoulder. Right hand drops down. Again, stay right here or add your left hand and gently draw your head over to the left. Maintain an upright posture. Maintain a smooth breath. Rise back up to center. Release your hand and come back to neutral. Take your right arm out to the right. Turn your thumb to face the ground and then wind your hand around your low back. Roll your shoulder back. Turn your head to the left. Drop your chin towards your collarbone or towards your armpit. Lift your head, come back to center, unwind your arm, give your shoulder a little wiggle. Pause. Left arm moves out to the left, thumb faces down, wind your hand around your back, and look to the right. Now drop your chin so you're looking down towards the ground. Lift your head, come back to center, unwind your arm, swim your shoulders a few times back, a few times forward, and then lift your arms all the way up. Deep breath. Release your hands down, breathe out. Hold on to the right side of your chair. Start to lean to the right, bringing the left arm up and over, side bend. Don't go too far. Stay just far enough that you can feel a stretch, but not so far that you feel like you can't breathe. So think about directing your breath into your left side body. Deep breath, slow breath. Rise back up, sit tall, pause. Left hand finds the chair. Start to lean left, right arm picks up and over, side bend. Again, stay in a position where you feel like you can breathe easily, but still can feel some sensation of stretch. Breathe into the right side body. Slow breath, deep breath. Rise back up, come to neutral, pause. Wiggle if you need to, or just be still. Slide your palms back towards the creases of your hips. Roll your shoulders back, lift your chest, lift your gaze, back bend. Start to press your hands forward towards your knees, round your spine towards the back of the chair, dropping your head, flexing the spine. And we'll do that again. Slide your hands back, shoulders roll back, heart lifts, gaze lifts. Press forward and curl back. And one more like that. Slide your hands back, open up the front of your chest and your belly. Slide your hands forward, open up the back of your body. Pull up, sit tall. Cross your right ankle above your left knee. If that does not work for your hip or your knee, you can cross at the ankle. Wherever you're crossed, allow the right knee to fall open and down towards the ground. Sit tall. Again, if crossing over the knee doesn't work, you can definitely keep it lower. It's the same action. Just encourage the outward rotation of the right hip. Sit up nice and tall. You can add a little pressure if it feels good. If it causes joint pain, don't push. You can forward bend if that feels good. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. If you're forward bending, rise back up and stay for another couple of breaths. Unwind that leg, bring your foot down to the ground, plant both feet well, sit up tall. Other side. So it doesn't have to be the same, right? If you have one hip that works better than the other, you might be able to cross higher on one side than the other. That's fine. It does not have to be a symmetrical practice. So again, either at the ankle, allowing the hip to open, the knee to fall, or at the knee, allowing the hip to open, the knee to fall towards the ground. Tall spine, tall seat, a little pressure if it feels good. But again, joint pain is not good pain, right? Muscle discomfort is one thing, but joint pain, any sharp sensations around the joints, we really want to avoid. Forward bend if you want to, go ahead. Make sure you're still breathing. One more breath, rise up. Again, stay here, just encouraging that knee to open and the hip to open. And then release. Replace it to the ground. Sit all the way back in your chair. Lift the right leg enough that you can rotate your ankle around in circles. Go the other direction. And then let that go and lift the other foot, roll it around. And reverse directions. And put it down. Extend your right leg out in front of you. Pull your toes back towards your knee so that you're flexing at the ankle strongly. Then point your toes. Straighten out the front of the legs. You're getting a long line from hip to toes. Pull your toes back and let it go. Extend the left leg. Again, toes pulling back towards your knees. Sole of the foot is pressing forward strongly. Point your toes, long line from hip to toes. No cricks and cracks, no creases at the ankles if you can avoid it. Once again, pull your toes back, push your heel forward, and let it go. Good. Just take a breath. Maybe give your thighs a little rub. All right. Come up to stand and stand behind your chair. I'll turn sideways so that you have a better sight line. Shift some weight into your right foot and start to tip forward at the hips over the chair. Slide your left foot behind you and lift it into the air. Think about making a straight line from the back of your heel to the crown of your head. So a long, straight, diagonal line. If the back of your right leg will allow it, you might come deeper. This is a hamstring stretch for the standing leg, as well as a strengthener for the lifted leg. Only come as far as you feel comfortable coming. Rise back up. Pause. Let your weight even out between your feet. Shift some weight to the other foot, to your left foot. Start to tip forward at the hips, not the waist, at the hips, and lift the right leg up behind you. Again, you can stay at a pretty strong diagonal line. If the back of your left leg is a little tight, the hamstrings are tight, you might not want to come further. If you can come further, lift the leg higher and tip forward more. Rise back up and step your foot down. Take a breath. Let it go. Step your left foot back about 2 feet or so and plant the foot so that you're, you're kind of on a, I don't know, pyramid type shape in your legs. Tip forward at the crease of your hips. So this is a stretch for the back of the right leg. You may also feel this in the calf, the lower leg on the left. It's possible. Rise back up. Step forward. Step back with your right foot, again, about 2 feet or so. Could be shorter, could be longer. Both legs are straight, both heels are planted. Tip forward, stretching out the back of the left leg and perhaps the right calf. Rise back up and step forward. And just pause, take a few breaths. Step your feet wide, turn your toes out slightly, bend your knees, and sit into a squat, a high squat. Straighten your legs, take a breath. Breathe out, bend your knees, have a seat. Breathe in, straighten. And breathe out, squat it down. Straighten up. One more time. This time, come a little deeper. Come as deep as you can. Drop down. Stretch the inner thighs. Make the thighs work. Rise all the way back up. Walk your feet back in underneath your hips. Take a breath. And let it go. Come back to sit. Sit with your legs in the same position they were in when you were standing. So toes out, knees wide. Open up your arms, stretch them towards the ceiling, and then elbows move out left and right. We're in this sort of goalpost shape with the arms. Tip over towards the right leg. Come back through center. Tip over towards the left leg. Come back through center. Squeeze your elbows in towards each other and then open them up wide. Again, tip to the right and center, tip to the left and center. Squeeze the elbows together. Open them up wide. This time, extend your arms and open them up even wider. Stretch your chest muscles. Release your hands to your knees. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Sigh it out. Slide your right forearm onto your right thigh. Left hand to your hip. Start by rolling the left shoulder back so that your chest is facing forward. You might even imagine that it's spinning up towards the ceiling. You can keep your hand here, or you can extend your arm up towards the ceiling. And then rise back up. Slide left forearm to left thigh, right hand to hip. Roll your shoulder back, open up the chest. Stay here or extend the arm towards the ceiling. And rise back up. Extend your right leg out to the right. Slide your hand down to your shin, left hand to hip. Again, same choices. You can roll the shoulder back, leave your hand here, or extend your arm to the ceiling. Slide back up, bend your knee, extend the other leg. Slide your hand down your shin. Right shoulder rolls back, perhaps the right arm lifts. Palm should face forward to open up the chest. Don't face your hand back, face your hand forward. Good, rise back up, bend your knee, gather your legs back in towards the center. Scoot forward towards the edge of the chair. Reach your hands back for the back of the chair, either the seat or the back part. Shoulders roll back, chest lifts up. Pull away from the back of the chair with your body, but hold on with your hands. Release, let go, relax. Let your spine neutralize. And once again, reach back. Pull away from the back of the chair, chest lifting, belly opening, throat opening. And release. Hands to your knees, reverse the action. Curl your spine back, drop your head forward, let your arms reach forward so that you're opening up the back body. Breathe into your upper back, breathe into your middle back. Press up, sit tall. Take a gentle twist to the right. Just bring your hands over to the right. Doesn't have to be a deep twist, just a little twist. And take it to the other side, a little twist. And come back to center. Sit all the way back in the chair. Again, receive the support into the back of your hips, into your seat, even letting your shoulder blades reach back towards the chair, but do maintain a nice tall spine, even if you're leaning back, so that you're open through the front of the body and through the back of the body. No compression and no collapse. Draw your attention back to the movement of your breath. Observe your breath. Observe any shifts that may have occurred. It might be a shift in how your breathing feels. It may be a shift in energy, in mood. Just notice. Take a deep breath. Slow down your exhale. Take a long time to breathe out. Do it again, deep breath. Slow on the exhale. Let your breath return to normal. And then sometime in the course of the next few breaths, pause at the bottom of your exhale and wait until you feel air hunger, until you feel the need to breathe in again, and then breathe. When you pause, pause without force. It's just a suspension, a slight wait until you breathe in again. You don't need to close your throat or grip. Simply pause and wait at the bottom of the out breath until the in breath resumes again. You can do this a few times. After each controlled pause, do come back to a few cycles of natural breath before you try another controlled pause. And as you're exploring this, you might even want to count the pause and see how long that pause is for you. There's no right answer, there's no wrong answer. It's simply observation. Wherever you are in this process, let it go now. Bring your back away from the back of the chair, sitting tall, upright spine. Sweep your arms up overhead. Bring your hands together in front of your heart and bow your head to your hands. Namaste. Thank you so much. Happy holidays to everyone. I will be back in 2 weeks.